Good morning, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to take you through a full day of eating as a fitness instructor and a personal trainer. So mornings for me are generally really busy. That's when I teach all of my live classes in person. So quite a few Les Mills classes, body pump in particular this morning. And so for me, breakfast is one of the biggest meals I actually have. But it's also quick and convenient so that I can rush off and also quickly absorb the food ready for when I teach. I generally have the same meals every single day, every morning. So I'll have a protein shake, so some protein powder, a scoop and a half with some skimmed milk, and then also 2 to 3 slices of a fruit loaf with a little bit of butter. And that should set me up for the morning. Oh wait, and I have a cappuccino generally. I'll put a bit of my protein milk in with the cappuccino, so that just saves a little bit of calories, so I'm not like putting extra milk and so forth. So I'll use the same protein shake to pull in my cappuccino, and then that will set me up for the morning really. Generally speaking, so my breakfast probably comes to about 600, 700 calories. Yeah, a lot, I know. That includes a couple of jelly babies if I feel I need it just before I'm about to teach body pump. So at the moment I'm going to have my breakfast, and then I'll also do a little bit of practice, a practice run before I head off to work to then teach. So I'm not only going to be teaching it at work, I also do a little practice run before I go over, and it is what it is. Okay, right, so I'll catch you after body pump for lunch. What I would say, so my meals are generally big in the morning, lunch is quite a big meal, and then towards the rest of the day, my meals start to come down quite drastically, and that works for me because it allows me to, I work late shifts, so I'm always working during the evening, and it's just convenient to have smaller meals at work, and then when I come home, I'm ready to just settle down and go to bed, and that works for me. So big meals in the morning, quite a big meal at lunchtime, and then that'll be due for me. Right, less of the talking because Monday mornings are hectic as they are. I'll catch you in a little while. Right, so I've got changed, and first things first, it's time for a cup of tea. And I think a couple of biscuits. Hey. While I'm doing that, while I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, I'm just going to do a little bit of washing up because everything's getting right a mess here. And also, I should probably feed the cats as well. They're getting a little bit antsy. Cats get some better food than me. Look at this, check this out. Alright, darling. Just stick it in the bowl. Did you like that stuff? I didn't simply went to war. It's just tuna. It literally is just tuna. I'm giving you a bit. to that cup of tea. Right, here we go, having a nice little cup of tea now, and a cup of biscuits. Oh, so about now, I'll probably just chill out, do a little bit of, watch a few YouTube videos, get a few ideas for my own channel, workout wise, and then I'll have my chicken, and then I'll get back into filming for the workouts on this channel. So I'll catch you in a little while. But first of all, I'll just show you my poison today. Games. What's your favourite biscuit? Let me know in the comments. These are probably the only treats I'll have every single day. I'll have some biscuits every single day. Come rain or shine, you're not taking my biscuits away from me. Yeah. Gotta be done. Gotta be done. I'll catch you in a little while. Okay, chicken done. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at them. Beautiful. Get all that oil on there. Oh yeah, look at that. Delicious. A little bit of oyster sauce to the chicken, just because I love oyster sauce. Just a little bit, not too much. That'll do. I bet you're wondering where the greens are. The greens will come, but I prefer to eat my protein on its own, and I'll get to the greens in a little while after I've let this settle. But oh yeah, let's go, let's go. I bet I've got a bit of milk on my face there. So while I'm eating this, I'll probably watch a few more YouTube channels, and then kind of mentally prepare myself for to film my workouts in a little while before getting my shit together so that I can head back to work for my gym shift. So with that, I'll catch you in a little while to show you what I do to get my greens in. Chicken down. Now it's time to rearrange the living room so that I can film some workouts. So what I'll do, I'll move the coffee table up from where I am. I'd love to have a studio to film in, but right now I'll just make use of what I've got to film these home workouts in. And after all, they're home workouts, so what's the point of filming in a studio? That's not very homely, is it? There we go. Floor space. Maybe a little bit of tidy up. It's looking a bit grim at the moment. And they're set to go. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to put you to one side right now while I film my workouts for today's channel. I'll see you in a little while. Alright, final meal of the day. So I can't really film right now properly. I just generally have fruit, so kiwis, oranges, dates and a protein shake, and that'll do me for the rest of the evening. There you have it. So those are my meals for the day. Generally speaking, I tend to have a big breakfast, a big lunch, and then my meals will drastically come down in volume, and I try and get most of my meals done by 5 p.m. I'll have just fruit and a protein shake in the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, and that will be my last meal. And I don't think there's not like any real reason for doing it this way, but I found because I work on an evening, it's just so much easier to have, you know, something I can just eat quickly and then just be done with it. Then I don't finish work until like really super late, so by the time I get home, I'm not going to want to cook anything. I'm just going to want to go straight to bed. So I mean, that's the real reason. But I've carried that over to weekends as well when I don't work shifts, and I find it helps with my sleep routine so much better than, you know, for years I've struggled with insomnia, but now I think I've finally found a routine that actually works for me, and that is making sure that all my meals are done by 5 p.m. It just helps with the digestion, and my sleep is so much better. So if you take anything from this, if you struggle with your sleep, try and get your meals done by 5 p.m. I don't finish work till like 9:45, so I get home, but I'm still in bed for like literally just before 11 o'clock. I'm in bed, and you know, my sleep has got so much better. The only thing I will add, so I will have a chamomile tea on the evening before I go to bed, like an hour beforehand, and I'll have a magnesium supplement. And in terms of so I forgot the bit of the greens, but you'll see that a little bit on day 2. I've got a few little clips coming your way, so hold fire. So you can see like how the meals do change a little bit, but they don't change dramatically. They're pretty much the same. Breakfasts will be the same every single day without fail. So I'll either have fruit loaf with a protein shake. If I don't have a fruit loaf, I might have crumpets, you know, same type of thing really, and that just works for me. If I'm doing multiple classes a day, I might have a few more, a bit more fruit, and I might have some like oatmeal bars or something that's convenient that I can just whack in my bag and then eat them about 30-40 minutes before I start teaching. And also energy gels and jelly babies are my go-to before I teach body pump or aqua. I just have 3 or 4 of those, and you know, that just hits the spot just because it gives me the energy that I need. I'm not going to burn it off instantly with my classes that I'm about to do, and yeah, so they hit the spot. It's delicious. Today we have 2 lamb steaks for protein today. Get in. This is just what I need after doing body pump heavy. Let's get it in. While that's cooking, I'll do my workout. Oh. A little precaution, so I usually add a scoop of greens to my smoothie. It's not essential. But it does. It's kind of just like an insurance policy, yeah. So I try and get most of my vitamins and stuff and minerals from the food that I eat. But let's be honest, we're not always perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not always a big fan of vegetables, hence the smoothie, because I don't really like cooked broccoli. And well, I can eat it if it's in a roast dinner and it's covered with gravy and whatnot, but on its own, I'm not as big as fan, and so I try and keep it really simple. Just whack my greens into a smoothie. It's not perfect, as you can see. It's got a bit of broccoli, a bit of cucumber. Ideally, in the ideal world, it probably should have broccoli, spinach, kale, but you know what? I'll try and eat what I like, and I'll do it in a way that I like, and I think that's all you can do. You can't be perfect 100% of the time. I mean, if everyone was perfect, if we were perfect, there'd be no reason for this channel. There'd be no reason, to seek advice on how to stay healthy, stay fit, and we'd all be living the perfect world. We'd all have perfect health, but the world's just not set up that way. So I just add a scoop of greens. Can't do me any harm. It's got pea protein powder, spirulina, alfalfa, barley green, wheatgrass, kale powder, spinach powder, broccoli, watercress, parsley, celery, carrot powder, ginger root powder, beetroot extract, green tea extract, and beta carotene. I think that's how you say that. But yeah, it's just to kind of like cover all bases, really. So I know my diet's not 100% perfect, so that kind of just, I suppose, makes it a little bit better. And yeah, week by week, hopefully, I'll start adding like kale and spinach to my smoothie. But for now, I'm just keeping it simple. And yeah, that's it.